Hello Cancer, happy August to you. Welcome back to Marion K Tarot. I hope you're doing alright. So this is going to be a general reading for the sign of Cancer and any placements you've got in Cancer for August 2024. And we're going to pull an oracle card first of all from the Reflection Mindful Rituals cards. Just to get a wee theme, see what comes up here. It could be a focus for the reading, or it could be something completely different. Just have to wait and see. That feels nice. Okay, so we've got a lot of words here, so let me start this. So it says, there is a choice in every moment. We can be invited by external forces to become disrupted internally. Ultimately, we choose to accept or decline. So I would say, a month, potentially a month of choices. Choices, chances and changes. I always like to have these three words together. For some reason, I don't know why. Choices, chances, changes. Because you need to choose to take the chance to make the change. There we go. We've got a word play for us there for August Cancer. So yeah, so I hope you had a lovely July. Well, a lovely birthday season. So we're all a wee notch further up the scale. So let's see what we've got here for Cancer for August 2024. Let's see. I'm so sorry about the background noise. There is building works going on in my street and it is a constant. There is a constant plethora of vehicles going by. I've tried to just at different times, but it's constant. So let's have a look and see. First of all, we've got the Queen of Wands, then we've got the Chariot. So there you are showing up. Ooh, Three of Swords. The Tower. Oofed. The Seven of Wands, sorry. The Knight of Cups. The Four of Coins. The Two of Swords. And the King of Cups. And the energy at the bottom of the deck is Judgment. So I don't know if you can see that there. Judgment. Okay, so what has been going on? Cancer, did you get really drunk at your birthday and then just drop a grenade in your life? I'm just asking, because some of us, other signs, we might have done that from time to time. Just putting it out there. It feels very much like, and the reason I'm going for your birthday is obviously like your birthday season has just passed, but I often find that birthdays are an opportunity. They're an opportunity to make changes. It's like it's like a personal New Year's resolution, if you like, and it feels very much whereby you've just decided, you've harnessed unusual energy for you, Cancer, with that Queen of Wands. You've discovered this kind of a inner fire, if you like. And I think that there's a misconception about Cancerians in general, that people think, oh, they're quite soft. No, they're emotionally soft characters, but actually your ultimate strength is within your emotions, and the fact that you're able to harness those emotions. And the Three of Swords has come up, so have you decided, actually, you had to break some hearts, you had to break some hearts in order for you to go in the journey where you're wanting to go. And that has led to a tower moment, so it's like, yeah, the tower can be shocking and it can be dangerous and it can, you know, just completely upend our lives. But what I like about this particular tower card is, right, if you look at it here, right, so it's like usually it's a lightning bolt, okay, but this lightning bolt, or this arrow if you like, is coming from the sun. You know, so it's this bright idea, you know, it's this brightness that's caused the tower to crumble. You know, it's caused, it's like blown the top off. And you know, what can we say about the sun? Yes, the sun gives us life, it's a life force, but if too much heat isn't a good thing. You know, we can overheat and we can combust. So it does feel like that there's been some kind of combustion. There may be, you know, there may be a build up, maybe through July, there's been a build up of it. You know, it could be something like, for instance, if you're with somebody or you're with family and friends, and last month or at the end of June, it was your birthday, and for whatever reason, you couldn't get to do what you wanted to do on your birthday. You know, other people kind of overtook it, and that's kind of a, you know, it's festering. You know, it's festering with you, whereby you didn't get a choice, and that's what's coming through quite strongly. You know, right now, there, whatever happened or whatever is happening going on just now, Cancer, it feels like you don't have a choice in the matter. You know, there's something happening to you as opposed to you doing something for yourself, and you've just maybe said, no, I am not doing this anymore. So you're currently having to defend your position with this Seven of Wands. You know, it's like ultimately you're saying no. I mean, if you look at this character, right, it's like they've got their hand held up and just saying, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm standing here, I'm standing my ground, and I am not going any further. And that can be the choice that you're making. You know, so it's like it feels like, you know, that the words in that card, ultimately we choose to accept or decline. And you're now choosing to say decline, Cancer. You're choosing to decline other people's requests of you, because unless they feel aligned with you, unless it's something that you want to do. And moving on for that, you know, we've got this Knight of Cups, and that plays in really it plays in really well with this Seven of Wands, because it's like there's your defending yourself, and you're like, right, I've defended myself enough. This is my position. I am now going to move on. I am now going away with my emotions. I'm emotionally retreating, but not retreating in a cowardly way. You know, you've said your piece, you've said how you feel, you've stuck up for yourself, and now you're saying, right, I'm going to go and take my emotions, because it's cups, I'm going to take my emotions on a journey, and we are going to go somewhere where we are appreciated, right? And that's been the energy of the tower. The tower is facilitated that. You know, there's been this, and I mean, it doesn't need to be this huge explosion or this huge, you know, massive argument. It might have been for some of you, but you know, other people watching this, you know, it could have just been a, you know what, I'm kind of done with this. Please accept, you know, please accept my feelings and my wishes in this, and I'm just going to go now. You know, the Chariot card is very much about you deciding, you know, you're going on this emotional journey. It's the major arcana that represents Cancer, the sign of Cancer, and the Charioteer is, the skill of the Charioteer is to keep both animals, both, whether it's sphinxes, whether it's horses, whether it's, I think in this case it might be elephants, possibly. You know, so it's like it's slow moving, but it's taking a long time. So you know, so you get that Knight of Cups as well. So it's emotional. It's about emotional movement, and then we've got this Four of Coins. You know, so it's holding on to the things that you hold dear, you know, it's like the things that give you sustenance, whether that's your physical space, whether it's your energy, you know, it's like your physical energy, because it can take a lot out of you. You know, when you're deciding to change, when you're deciding to move in a different direction, the weight of people's expectations can be quite high. And I think, you know, that's where that judgment card of the shadow side has came from. You know, it's like that, it's the weight of others' expectations on your shoulders, and you're kind of feeling, well, you're choosing to go a different way. So as there people in the background, you know, it might be parents, it could be peers, it could be current employers or people that you work with. You know, you're daring to choose a different way, Cancer. You know, and people are like, oh well, why? You know, what's going on here? You know, but it's like you need to, and I don't see the Four of Coins here as something that is troubling. You know, it's like holding on to your principles, because that's another thing about the sign of Cancer. Oftentimes, you know, you're a very principled sign, so it's like you know what you want and you want what you know. And again, it's a card. This is a card of Capricorn, so this is your polar opposite. So I feel like this is like a card of your inner shadow. You know, it's like you want to hold these things near and dear to you, but sometimes you've been forced into sharing things when you don't want to. You know, and you've just decided, no, what's mine is mine, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm a Taurus, Cancer. I appreciate things like that. So then you've got this. So then the thing is, right, so the indecision is going to then creep in with the Two of Swords. You know, it's like, oh, should I not? Because you'll maybe be, you know, maybe you're letting other people into your head again. You know, whisper in your ear, oh well, are you sure about doing that? Do you really think that's a good idea? Blah blah blah, and you're like all the time, yeah, it's a good idea. I know it is a good idea, but then it's like other people be other people maybe suggest, actually, well, my advice to you would be, Cancer, when people do that, your response could be, well, I appreciate you suggesting that, I appreciate you doing that, I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. However, with respect, I am choosing to do things on my own. Okay, and making that choice, as soon as the choice is made, there is a sense of peace, Cancer. So if you get this far and you decide, oh well, no, I don't want to do this anymore, then that's fine. You know, there's no like right and wrong with this. You know, it's like you either want to do something or you don't, and you can change your mind. No, we're all allowed to change our mind. We can do that. So, but that card, the peace, peaceful decision making, and maybe you need to go somewhere quiet to actually think things through. Wish I could go somewhere quiet right now, but anyway, Cancer. I hope it's not too disturbing, as I said. So yeah, so that peaceful reflection, taking that time for peaceful reflection, and that ultimately leads to the King of Cups, which is Scorpio energy. So the Scorpio energy, so the King of Cups is basically going to be like, right, he is a master of his emotions. Right, he knows the difficulty, the anguish, the challenge that we all face, that we all go through when we need to make difficult decisions based on emotions. So this could be with regards to a romantic relationship. Um, you know, that Tower and Three of Swords cards, you know, we and the fact that the Knight of Cups is here. I mean, we can't get away from that fact, but if it's an internal thing, if we're choosing to go or if we're choosing to stay, ultimately it's our choice. But you know, make the choice as with as much discernment as possible. That's what I would suggest to you. Now I'm going to pull some clarifier cards here. I mean, I don't like calling them clarifier cards, but I want to just look a wee bit more into, what do I want to look at? I want to look at this Three of Swords. What happened? This Chariot and the Three of Swords. What happened here? So it feels like you're starting off in quite an empowered place with the Queen of Wands. Let's see what happened. What happened between the Chariot and the Three of Swords? Let's see. The Ten of Swords, okay. Ouch. That was... Okay, so it's quite clear that something ended, okay? Whether it's a job, a relationship, etc., etc. You know, and that just kind of reinforces the fact that you hit the Tower afterwards. So let's see this one, right? Let's see the Tower and the Seven of Wands. Let's see what's happening. Let's see. Tell me about this Tower and the Seven of Wands, please. Let's see. Okay, Judgment. So there's Judgment came again. So, you know, what this is making me feel like is if it's some kind of relationship, Cancer, be it with yourself, be it with another, be it romantic, be it platonic, it feels very much that you have been keeping this going to please other people, you know, for fear of the judgment of others. But as soon as you let go of that kind of lower level of that card, you will realise that actually this is an opportunity. By leaving this behind, it's an opportunity to level up. It's an opportunity to ascend to the next level, because ultimately, you know, the card of Judgment is about ascension. It's about leveling up, and it's ruled by the planet Pluto. So Pluto's very much in the gnarly, the dark stuff. You know, we don't like going there, and it's a bit shadow work and that. But when we embrace the card of Judgment, you know, and just saying, you know what, judge me if you like. And I think something that needs to be reiterated is this phrase that I really, really love, and I have it as a mantra, and it's this: the opinions that other people have got of me are none of my business. It's something like that. It goes, other people's opinions of me is none of my business, because it isn't. You know, you cannot control what other people think about you, Cancer. So all you can do is put that to the side and really just go with your instinct, right? So let me see, we're going to have this Two of Swords and King of Cups. Let's have a look and see. Right, so oops, if a card comes over. So let's see what we got. Card is this Two of Swords, King of Cups. What do we need to know about this? Seven of Pentacles. Right, so the Seven of Pentacles is one of the ones where meh, it's a kind of a, it might work, it might not work. Right, it's a card of Taurus. It's Saturn and Taurus, so it's going to be hard work. Right? It's hard work, and it's not necessarily guaranteed to work out. But I have a sneaky suspicion that it will, just simply because you're ending in the King of Cups. You know, it's like Two of Swords and the King of Cups, so it's like swords and cups. And I often see when we've got these two cards closely related to each other, it's one of those, it's a head or heart situation, you know. It's like, are you going to listen to your head, or are you going to follow your heart? Now I know that oftentimes, Cancer, you will immediately go to, you know, following your heart. But I think in this circumstance, whilst that's incredibly valid, I think that, you know, the kind of a aspect of thinking things through as opposed to feeling your way through things would be it would be more beneficial to you in the long run. Okay, Cancer, so I'm going to finish things up here. I hope that that makes sense to you. I hope that it's not been too intense, but I know you can handle the intensity. So I will see you next month, and I will also see you throughout the month with our weekly collective readings. Okay, doc, take good care. Bye bye.